And that patron is going to be... I had Yabu yesterday. Grim. Grim is not very good at shooting stuff, but he's alright at marching and stabbing stuff. We cannot hire anyone else, because we have no male heir or ruler. Okay, so Grim's going to be taking command of the Castile forces, which are going to be fighting against the Portuguese at home. And then we also have El Zadraki, which is dealing with this force. Now, one thing that we do kind of want is for these guys to load up on the Palembang fleet and go and conquer this. And possibly even this. And that will stop them expanding into the East Indies. I don't think I necessarily need 19 men doing this. Let's split off like 5 and use them. Alright, first battle. We won. Yay. Looks like that is the Portuguese fleet. Let's go and blockade it. That's 8 light ships. So our colonial fleets are beating theirs up. Colonial and trade fleets. There's their army. So we're going to move north and intercept that. We're crushing their ships. Dead. Go and blockade again. Oh, captured a light ship. Excellent. So right now... Oh, I actually quite like the fact that we have so many forts here. That's good. This is the only province which is currently unguarded. So let's go and just stick you in there. And then the only things they can attack are the places with forts. Then we get the defensive bonus. Big naval battle going on here. 21 lights versus 9 lights and 4 transports. Looks like Carabas is going to win the naval battle. Some of our grain farms are having an excellent year, allowing us to feed more troops and so increasing our manpower. Victory. Captured a ship. That's good. And transports, I'm assuming, have arrived. So we're going to grab the 5 and send you them down here. We'll capture those provinces. Do you have any land here that I want to take? No, I don't think so. The old news become self-sustaining. That's good. Because that means that I have another colonist available for other duties. So if we take them from Halmahera and send them... That's a world port? Okay, Sulu might actually be incredibly wealthy. Interesting. %16% chance of spices, tropical wood or incense. That's a very valuable area. We'll send one there. Oops, marching over here. No, please go through my own territory. Are you going straight for Toledo? I think you're going straight for Toledo. We could also try and take Ceuta. Which is not a centre of trade. Are they bankrupt? Because they have very little morale. No? We're just hitting them with overwhelming force, I assume. Send you off to Zanzibar as well. And at that point we probably have enough protecting trade in Zanzibar. And we can pay off a loan. Let's do that first. Another thing that we can get here would be money. And ships. We have 2 more heavy ships. Oh no, these are light ships. Alright, so Zanzibar, I'm going to say we're probably protecting at least somewhat well enough. Ivory Coast was still okay. Caribbean... There's just not that much money to collect from there. Mexico, there's more. We could probably do with protecting in Mexico or Panama. Unless, of course, it's my colony that's taking all of this money. Not all of it, but probably enough. Safi. Safi we could do with taking more from. Yeah, I think we're going to set you to the Safi fleet. Okay. Protect trade. Safi. Morocco is controlling too much of that. Oh, this is a humiliation. Whoops. No, I did not mean to declare a humiliation war. So this leads us to the very next lesson that you should take from this. Always declare, or always check what your war goal is. Because I didn't. This means I can't take any territory, which is very annoying. So we basically need to get them to 40 war score. I would like to say I did that on purpose, so I could say, right, this is things not to do, but, yeah. Oh well, roll with the punches. So next up we can recall you, and then yes, I think we are going to send somebody else to Australia. Let's take a look at where gold is the most likely, because there's gold in them hills. Oh, coal. So gold is less likely here in the south, much more likely in the north, and also Tasmania. Wodjuk has gold. And that's the central trade. Let's go and send them to Eora. Regular colonist. Off you go. I hate that this guy just keeps on moving away from me. They do not want to fight my army. They really don't want to fight my army. I mean, I don't really blame them, but it's still annoying. Okay, so where do we want to call to missionary next? Unfortunately, we can't do those, mostly because of lack of stability, I assume. So I guess we'll just do low wonder. Sure. Stack wipe. That's why they don't want to fight me. So we're going to start spreading our armies up a little bit and just occupying more of central Portugal. We'll just get this war over as quickly as possible. We'll just take the humiliation, and that's it. I mean, if I could 100% them, we could get the monarch points. But 100%ing Portugal is going to be very difficult. Production stifled. Our producers have become complacent in our use of Smithsonian economics, has led to our production techniques being so advanced. So this will hurt production, or we lose inflation. That's losing production for 10 years. I think I'd rather take 1 inflation. Seeing as we have invested fairly heavily in inflation reduction techniques and technologies. Does Portugal have colonies in North America? Yes, lots. What's the point in only humiliating? It was a mistake. The main thing with the humiliation war, though, is it does increase your power projection quite significantly if you do successfully humiliate an opponent. So they'll lose prestige. You gain 30 power projection, which basically means I'll have 100. And as long as this stays above 50, you get some pretty hefty bonuses, particularly the monarch point bonus. There is no bonus for being above 50. Actually, it's not true. You gain the trade power, morale of armies, navies, prestige. So, yeah. I mean, having high power projection is not a bad thing. It's just not quite what I wanted with this fight. Immoral prices. Grain prices are notoriously unstable. Anything from the weather where it's grown to incidents hurting its distribution can suddenly cause the prices to rise significantly. As a result of one of such change, there is currently an acute shortage of grain in many of our larger cities. So, we can lose a chunk of cash, which I'd rather not do. We can have a big uprising in Spain. And the Burghers become much more loyal. Or the Burghers lose loyalty and influence. I'm actually kind of okay with the uprising. Let's see if we can garrison some of these positions. So, Salamanca is one of them. Come on. There it is. I knew it was around there somewhere. Where are the big ones? Sevilla, Cantabria. Sevilla. Cantabria. Usually get about 2 months to respond to one of these, so beginning of July, we need to make our decision. Or when our troops arrive, whichever's first. Do not meddle in these affair things. So, big uprising. Boom. However, because we'll have the defensive advantage against most of these rebels, we should be fine. Toledo's going to cover La Mancha. Unfortunately, Jean's not protected, and Badajoz is protected by Sevilla, so this is the one that we need to counter. Otherwise, that'll be a successful uprising. I'm not sure we'll get there in time. Because the Sevilla attack seems to be one of the bigger ones. Come on. Gotcha. So the reason I cared about that is as long as the province is adjacent to a fort. In fact, Sevilla doesn't have a fort. I think I'd meant to build a fort in Sevilla ages ago and I just never got around to it. But if you have a fort in an adjacent province, then they will not be affected by any negative penalties for losing to rebels. That's why I was so careful about this, because there is no adjacent fort. Whereas La Mancha has one. Unfortunately, Badajoz lost, so we lost the autonomy. Because of the fort in Toledo, this had no further effect on the province, La Mancha. Okay, so Portugal is busily sieging back everything. But that's okay, because we'll just send this army back out there to go and slap Portugal around, while they're kind of trapped in the north. Denmark rivaled me. That's an interesting choice there, Denmark. In fact, we might even be able to trap them in the north. That'd be quite nice. No. They saw me coming, cheeky. Oh no, this 5,000 didn't. Great Karoo is producing wool. Blah. Alright, we're going to get you in Porto. Gotcha. Natural scientist died. That's unfortunate. Oh, shoot. And also points. We should develop some stuff. So, we want to develop any cattle, fish, or... I think it's just cattle and fish. Let's check. Buildings, soldier households. Grain, fish, livestock, wine. Wants the military points, because that's where manpower comes from. And if you really double down and get the soldier households, you can get a lot more. So cattle in Asturias, military dev. I'm not thinking military, I'm thinking Diplo. Well, I'm going to do military as well. You can have some. And then gold mines. We want to build up gold mines. I'm going to include subjects in this calculation, because deving up the subjects gold mines does also mean that we get more trade power. So, let's see, what's cheap? So Tlamplak and Teloloapan are quite cheap. So let's beef you guys up. We'll use military so that we can get the balance in. Something like that, because we're trying to get to 10, level 10. And that's going to increase the amount of money we make from the trade fleets really quite significantly, because the 70% trade fleet bonus that we have. Yeah, so the show strength is like the big peace deal that you can get from a humiliation CB. And it really is powerful. It'll give you 20 prestige and 100 of every monarch point. And you can really use this against smaller nations to basically farm monarch points. However, you do require 100% war score, so it requires a full annexation, effectively. And you can't take anything else. However, the humiliation is only a 40, so it's a lot cheaper. And I kind of just want this war over soon. Huzzah! Right, and we do need to bring in another advisor. Unfortunately, all of these guys are quite expensive. I'm going to go with the missionary strength, so that I can actually continue these conversions, because they are taking a while. Are you actually going up? Yes. 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 Though Palembang actually wasn't, was going down. Because of my lack of stability earlier. So there was absolutely no reason for me to ship these guys over here, because I can't take that land anyway. So we're going to head back over here and prepare for a war against Malacca. And with that in mind, I should probably start spying on them. Or Sayak, or Majapahit. Or Kutai, or Brunei. Or the Spice Islands. Tidor's not allied to anyone. Ternate is allied to Maguindanao, which is you. So actually going after Tidor would be really easy. And it's got this +3 local goods produced modifier for spices. It's very valuable. Turn that into a trade company as soon as possible. So I think we're going to start fabricating on Tidor. Huzzah! And take that out. And then probably go for Ternate as well, because it has the same bonus. Huzzah! Never played, but I watched a few E4 streams, so I'm pretty much total noob, but I've not seen Castile in 1590 that hadn't taken all of Iberia, Pied, Aragon. Huzzah! Any specific reason for this? Ordinarily, playing as Castile, you'll get what's known as the Iberian Wedding, which basically is a automatic personal union over Aragon. And that makes the game a heck of a lot easier. Huzzah! Unfortunately, in this game, they personal unioned me, which means that it's a lot more difficult to unite Aragon and Castile. At some point I'm going to do it. We did go to war with Aragon earlier on. We took Alicante from them. Huzzah! But they have since taken it back after the ruinous war with the Mamelukes, and since then I've just been looking abroad as opposed to internal. It's just different priorities. I don't really care about uniting the home countries when I can be working on colonies. Huzzah! And Maharo, thank you very much for the gifted subs there. Very much appreciate the generosity being shown. Titan P6498, Poop Computer, Ted Ruski, Huzzah! Silver Archon, Unlucky Chip, Nefoz, Silent Sen, Crystallion the Scott, hey Chris, Exmon Steval, and Bing Bote. Huzzah! Congratulations on the gifted subs courtesy of Maharo. Welcome to the Immortalings. Thank you for that, Maharo. And also, thank you very much for the tier 3 resubscription. That is insanely generous of you. Huzzah! Subscribe for 20 months. Thank you very, 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 very much for that. And actually, I think I can now differentiate different tiers on Discord. So I'm going to take a look to see if I can change the Discord roles up to recognize that. Huzzah! Let's see. Escabe, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Alright, onwards. Take out Portugal. Get rid of this mistake. You're not even conquering anything. Should probably just send you the artillery that all of these armies have. Tiwi has become self-sustaining. That's good, so we can get rid of another colony and start another one. So Awakthyn's already done it. Great Karoo, you can lose your colonist. And then we are instead going to send this to... We sent to Eora. Are there any others? No. Eora is the only centre of trade down here. Interesting. So I think that Bunjalong is going to be the next one. Colonist. Relations improved. Aragon likes me because we're both Catholic. That's very nice for them. So let's grab your artillery and send you there. Oof. Okay, we'll send you there. Looks like we need to take Evora first. Aragonese exile. Cesar Perros de Coloma, a political exile from Aragon, has appeared in our court. He claims to be a fortifications expert and is offering his services to the Castellan crown. Unfortunately, I already have... Oh, no I don't. I mean, I do have one of these guys. He's only 33. Sorry. I'm sure you would be very useful. But I already have somebody. Man, you really have to go a long way around. You're going for Asturias, are you? Let's give you Alzadraki so you can actually fight. Bartering increases while the poor state of the Castellan currency is becoming ever more troubling for us. The common people have started to look for other solutions. Many are growing wary of the use of money and avoid it wherever possible. So we can spend 100 admin to get rid of 2 inflation, which I guess we'll do. We didn't actually have that high inflation. I'm a little surprised that triggered. I think I might do it again. No. Because we're only 6 years away from the next admin tech. We'll wait until we can get it. Alright, another engagement. And Evora has just capitulated. Excellent. So, we have a better combination of troops here. We outnumber them, we have more morale, We have more discipline. We probably have better quality. We should annihilate them. Wasn't an annihilation, but it was good enough. And now Lisboa has enough troops. And then we did actually sack wipe. Excellent. So Elzdraki just got better. We're retaking that province. I suspect that they are almost ready to come to the peace talks. They are. Let's go and get Gabon. And Jesselton. Ooh, okay. Not a problem. That's a fort. We'll go and deal with that. And Lisboa should fall soon enough. And they have no general here. Oops. Boom. So we are going to go for Tidor. So let's go and send our troops over there. Meanwhile, fighting in Louisiana. Looks like we're fairly easily beating the colonial nations, and also our navy just beat their navy. Getting rid of all of their heavies. And with that, Portugal is well and truly ready to come to the peace table. I'm going to take money. I'm going to take the humiliation. I'm going to take the war reparations. And they will peace out. Send demand. 100% power projection. Okay, with that we can return to Toledo and start drilling again. We can send the fleet home. And a glorious victory for Castile. And we can also use the money that we just took from the Portuguese to pay off another loan. We're down to 8. Why not get Ceuta? Humiliation CB, can't take territory. That was the mistake. So I just wanted that war to end as quickly as possible so that the truce timer could start as soon as possible. So that I could declare war on them for actual territory next. Unfortunately, 13 years. That's unfortunate. And also, they're very likely to start getting new alliances and things. We caught them completely diplomatically isolated. It was just them and their colonies. Show strength is 100% war score. I'd already occupied all of Lisbon, or all of Portugal. Couldn't be bothered to go for all of the colonies. Too much effort, couldn't be asked. And you may as well start drilling, seeing as you are the largest portion of my armed forces. Renewing loans, unfortunately, and we are not making a huge amount of money, but that is probably because of reinforcement, at least partially. And also I think we are probably spending a small fortune on colonization. That's another caravel. We're going to send you to Safi. Safi's where we've been trying to exert a bit more pressure. In fact, we should probably take a look at all of our navies just to see if they've picked up any stragglers. So far, so good. Nope, no stragglers.